In this corner, don't scream because Coke is hatching a scheme that may seem crazy, but it's not a dream. It's a new flavor, and our team will need to deem it worthy. It's Coca-Cola Orange Cream.
Normal fan. I'm a normal fan voice.
I'm not.
And in this corner, Sprite is ready to decree with glee that they'd like us to see their newest creation, but first they must plea with We Raiders 3. It's Sprite plus Tea.
Ooh. He's also a normal fan. Oh.
Join the Soda Jerks in the Coke for Sprite showdown. You tried to... You tried that. I'm Nick Noack, the pal Chad Hancock.
Howdy.
Nick Geiger.
Boom goes the dynamite.
I hate the fucking fans. I hate them.
The one guy said he was normal, though.
I need to stop selling tickets to this.
To people watching people drink 2 sodas.
What is wrong with the fans? They are normal fans with normal fan sounds.
Go back and listen to the first Geiger fan. It sticks out more as Chad's going, very normal. And Geiger's like, yeah. I don't even think you were trying to be weird. I
did not get the bulletin. We were going back to normal fans. It was sprung on me.
Okay. Speaking of normal events, there's a news story here that comes out of Memphis, Tennessee. And it says, the man learned a lesson on March 10th when his dog jumped into bed with him.
Hell
right,
yeah.
So a man sitting in bed, and his dog, Oreo, jumped into the bed and got his paw stuck in the trigger of the man's loaded gun.
That was in his bed?
Oh.
Yes. The gun fired a bullet
Jesus.
that went through the man's left thigh, and he was treated at the hospital. This says the dog is a playful dog and likes to jump around and stuff like that. And the gun just went off.
And
he's a playful dog, but he's a fucking sharpshooter, so, watch out. He's trained on SEAL Team 6, this dog.
So this could be a real story. Maybe this is just the dog, like, you better keep this fucking quiet. Say I jumped up here.
The dog's in the corner. Woof, woof.
I want wet food every night for the rest of my life.
Or this dipshit shot himself in the thigh. He's like, would you believe it? The dog shot me.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Could you possibly buy that the dog jumped in? I had my loaded gun laying in bed next to me, pointed at my leg.
Picture this. Cleaning my gun. I lay it on the bed. And who should come up but Rover?
Picture this. I'm a fuckwit.
Have you guys, Geiger, you have fired some guns like in clay shooting, like
yeah.
Doesn't the trigger take a fair amount of pressure?
You gotta squeeze it. Look, there's no way. Now, again, I don't know. Maybe some handguns have super sensitive triggers, which would seem like a defect. But I don't. Who am I to judge? I'm not a gunsmith. I just know the size of a dog's paw is not typically big enough to wedge itself between the trigger guard and the trigger. Could happen.
You gotta squeeze it, or just playfully bat at it with your paw like it's a ball.
Right.
One of the two.
Yeah, I feel like if a dog could fire it, it would go off like very easily, regularly, right?
Yeah, like we've talked.
Yeah, we'd have dog armies roaming the nation if dogs could fire guns. Yeah.
That's fucking horseshit.
I got very excited when you said it was March 10th, because that's the best day of the year, as we all know. Mario Day.
Mario Day. Mm-hmm.
I was like, what interesting thing happened? Did the man pre-order a Switch 2? No, he got shot in the leg by his dog. Oh, okay.
This happened last month. The dog is a pit bull. All right.
Oh, well, then I believe it. Those things are nasty.
Don't stop the party.
Mr. Worldwide. Blah, blah, blah,
blah. Wait, I read this wrong. It says Pitbull shot him in the thigh.
He said, it was a great day. Pitbull finally got in my bed. Oh, Jesus. What? and said, "Who are you?" and shot me in the leg.
It was Pitbull, but also he just jumped in there and just accidentally shot him.
Yeah, his paw got stuck on the trigger. I just shot this guy's leg.
What's another Pitbull song other than that?
You think I know this?
Yeah,
yeah.
Let's see. Pitbull songs. See if you can tell any of these from the title.
Okay.
Fireball, Hotel Room Service, Feel This Moment, Rain Over Me, We Are One, On the Floor, Give Me Everything, Timber, International Love, Hey Baby. Timber is the only one of those I know off the top of my head.
Yeah, Feel This Moment too. I just wanna feel this moment. But it's
As my finger squeezes the trigger and shoots you in the thigh. Your thigh's going down. I'm calling timber.
That's Pitbull?
I think that's timber.
Pitbull songs are just like somebody else sings the memorable chorus,
and he just mumbles a rap on
like
them.
raps or rap.
Yeah. I shot a guy in the leg, then he pretended I was real dog, and I got in his bed, and I...
Oh, I'm a dog. I squeeze the trigger.
I am a dog. I shot his femur.
Now he can't move, and he can't dance.
But everybody else get on the dance floor.
So yeah, that's the thing that happened recently.
Yeah.
The thing that happened is famous rapper Pitbull jumped into a guy's bed and accidentally landed on the guy's gun.
Like, but why would you sleep with a loaded gun? That just doesn't seem like. Wouldn't you also?
I
be
have
able
a
to
feeling
roll?
this guy's not the smartest person around. Maybe not the sharpest knife. Yeah.
Maybe not the loadedest gun.
Maybe he deserved it. I don't, just throwing that out there that this guy deserved everything that happened to him.
Some might say, in so many words, he had it coming. I don't know. You be the judge.
It says CBS News reported that the man said he and his friend would be more careful about gun safety in the future. Bring your fucking dog into this.
Shit.
Well, I'll have my dog take a gun safety class.
The dog has to wear like those yellow goggles now.
All right, let's drink Coke. Let's not waste the time. Get the sound of your opening.
Hell yeah.
We got orange cream Coke. You guys got the regular, right? Because I also saw they have like a zero version.
Oh, God. Yeah, no.
Smells like a dreamsicle right off the bat.
Yeah.
So we're going to try that. And then we're also trying this new Sprite Plus Tea. I told Geiger this story. I was bought this yesterday, and the guy in Walgreens, old man working a counter, said, "Have you tried this Sprite Plus Tea?" And I said, "No, I haven't." And he says, "We've been selling a lot of these." And I go, "Oh, it looks pretty good." And he goes, "Yeah, I guess. I'm just excited we're selling a lot of them." I'm like, okay.
We finally have some business.
I have something to report to the district manager.
I can put food on my table finally.
I'm like, does the cashier give a shit how many
Nope.
fucking Sprite Plus Teas Walgreens sell?
I'm really invested in the Walgreens Corporation as a lowly cashier here at random store number 3000.
They said if I didn't move 20 units of Sprite iced tea, I'd get shot in the leg by the guy's dog.
I jumped into CEO's bed and accidentally shot him, and now I have to work here. So,
Nonetheless, I love the company. I'm glad to see we're doing well.
I shot Johnny Walgreens in the leg accidentally.
All right, I'm gonna embarrass my wife real quickly. I told Novak this, but so you just what you just did is one of my favorite jokes. Novak and I do this all the time too. Of like we do it on this podcast of like we make a comment about a company and just pretend that the CEO is named after the company.
Sure.
So there's a sports bar near us called the Sports Page, and we went there after my daughter's basketball game. And long story short, the owner, I think the guy was the owner, came out and got like in kind of a tiff with the waitress right in front of us because like the kitchen was closing and he wanted her to break up the orders, and she didn't want to do it. And I said to my wife, like, oh, but, that's what you get when you're Michael Sports Page, you can do whatever you want. And she goes, what? You go, Michael Sports Page, the owner of the Sports Page. And she goes, is that his name? And I'm like, are you fucking serious? Michael Sports Page?
The best name of all time, honestly. That was my name.
I'm like, what in this shit?
Call me Sports Page. Michael Sports Page.
That's Bobby Pornhub.
Now I'm going to come out here as Michael Sports Page and chew out my fucking employees in front of everyone.
Yeah,
that's a classy thing to do.
The original joke was always because we had worked at Lone Star together.
Yeah.
Restaurant, like a steak
Lone Star
restaurant.
Steakhouse and Saloon, yeah. Outback wannabe.
And probably during one of our many like board shifts or at some point talked about what we'd have to be paid to just start walking up and down the aisles telling everyone that I'm Bobby Lone Star and, like, eating food off the plate.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Fire me? I remember, like, you can have a free meal. Meals on me. I'm Bobby Lone Star. I'm good for it. Like,
now excuse me while I sample your fries.
Yeah, I think we said, how quickly would you get? How long would it take for you to get fired?
How long could you stay in there before you get kicked out?
Time to go into the till and take out all the money. I'm Bobby Lone Star.
You're in my restaurant. I get first crack at your wife tonight. Ooh, Jesus. Bobby Lone Star.
That's how restaurants work.
I get to jump in bed with your wife and fire my gun all over her leg. That's the only place I can nut anymore. It's on legs.
And all right, well, I get to sleep with anyone's. Whoa, don't worry, sir, you're safe. Classy.
Okay.
Who else
Franklin Q. Belch over there.
I had one and I muted myself for it because I'm like, not a piece of shit.
I don't burp. I like Coke is one of the few things that can get me a burp if I really gulp one down.
I'm Johnny Belch.
What I'm saying is I'm better than you guys.
I'm Samuel.
Okay, Chad, we got a rating system for these?
We do. So I had been wanting to try this Sprite plus tea because one of my personal favorite drinks is the lemonade iced tea combo, also known as the Arnold Palmer. I get that all the time. I love that drink. And this is sort of like the soda equivalent of that, right? Like the lemon lime Sprite with the tea. So I was curious to see how we do that. But so I have a golfer based scale, Arnold Palmer, famous golfer. I don't know shit about golf other than that it sucks and is boring as fuck. But
okay,
it's the only thing I know about it. But
Peter Golf's going to be pretty pissed.
I do know that Arnold Palmer was a golfer. So he will be the middle of our 3-point scale. And then I had to pick some golfers for the other sides of it. So for the bottom rating, I knew there was like a fat golfer who smokes. So I Googled fat golfer who smokes and John Daly came up and I was like, oh yeah, that's the name. And then for the top rating, I put Lee Trevino because of the old NES game, Lee Trevino's Fighting Golf or whatever it was called.
Fighting Golf?
What was it called? Lee
Trevino's Fighting Golf?
Lee Trevino.
You box Lee Trevino at the fifth hole? What are you going to do? That doesn't really make much sense.
It's called Lee Trevino's Fighting Golf. I didn't make that up. It came out in 1988.
What kind of fucking title?
It's like a Battletoad sequel? What is it?
The cover is him like with his fist up, like
Wow.
and like a hard look on his face.
Mm-hmm.
Picturing Lee Trevino like in a golf cart, like speeding by, like poloing the golf ball like straight forward.
Yeah, it was like an early GTA inspiration. You have to like run over hookers in your golf cart.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Right.
And
I'm
then
sure
you
Lee
shoot
Trevino
cops.
signed on for his image for that. Yeah.
You have to shoot cops and
Who knew Lee
The
Trevino
Gators,
was
what
such
now?
a badass? I signed myself up for some of those golf video game. I'm killing a who? A prostitute? Oh.
Your check cash, Trevino. Get the fuck.
My sponsors are not going to like this.
Fighting golf? What? What does that even mean?
John Daly was like, "You should have called me. I do this shit anyway."
When I was I had taken a screenshot of that dog story, and that's how I read it. And as I scrolled past, somebody had put up a post on looks like maybe X or something, and it said, "I don't remember his name, but the guy in Batman who's always joking and laughing, that's how you live a life."
The guy who's always joking. Who's that villain who tells a lot of riddles? Does anyone remember his name?
Does anyone remember how that one hilarious guy that seemed real chill got his scars? I don't.
I think his name was Lee Trevino.
Do you know what? Do you want to know how I made par?
I guess I ran over a prostitute with my golf cart. I don't know about this game, fellas. This seems a little out there.
Seems a little outside of my normal wheelhouse, guys. Do I have a caddy? Oh, the caddy killed a prostitute too. God damn it!
Why are those women on the golf course?
Women shouldn't be on the golf course. This is the 80s. He says that, not me. That was
I never bring my loaded gun into a golf cart. I leave it safely tucked under my sheets. That seems ridiculous.
You want to know how I got these scars on my thigh? A dog jumped into bed. That's how. Shot me in the fucking leg.
Lee Trevino's pit bull fighter.
My dog did say 4 before he jumped in, so it's kind of my fault for not getting out of the way. You know?
Do you remember that old game, Pit Fighter?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The arcade game.
What'd you do?
No, but I do remember Lee Trevino's Pit Fighter. You guys remember Lee Trevino Suit Larry? You remember that game?
When he was on golf, it was a golf so well, women took their clothes off and fucked you.
If you make a hole in one here, you get to bang Bobby Lone Star's wife or whatever. I don't remember. Or wait, he bangs the wives. Whatever.
Yeah, it was sponsored by Lone Star Steakhouse, where Bobby agreed to be cucked by Lee Trevino if the player did well.
Lee was in a lot of games. Super Trevino World, remember that? You eat a mushroom and then just stomp on prostitutes. Remember?
I remember that part. Yeah, that was a tough game. I remember thinking the makers of Lee Trevino World had never made another game. But
Yeah,
they had. They made
playing that game.
Grand Theft Trevino. So
Yeah.
All right, Geiger.
Yeah.
Tell us your thoughts and ratings on these couple of drinks.
All right. Well, I was looking forward most to the orange cream Coke.
Really?
Like the bottle just looks cool too. I like the colors.
I mean, it looks like a standard bottle.
It's got orange on it.
Okay. That is cool. You're right.
My problem with the Coke is that it is predictably too sweet. So I thought when I saw the orange on here, for some reason I saw orange cream and thought, okay, it'll be like a cream soda, like somewhat orange flavored. But then I saw orange vanilla flavored, and that was like, oh shoot, because the vanilla just wipes out the sweetness of the. It's like so sweet. Vanilla does not need to be added to Coke. Coke is already super sweet as it is, and I don't taste any orange. I just taste vanilla. I feel like there was
you
another.
don't taste a little fake chemical orange in there a little bit?
Not really. I mean, didn't we have another Coke that had like a vanilla base too? And it was like a different fruit. It was like peach or something, or raspberry or something like that.
I don't know. We drink a lot of these. Fucking
we had a lot of those
shit.
Cokes with like made up fucking names and
dream and shit like that. Yeah. And this, to me,
Pitbull
this
Coke.
just Mr. Worldwide. Didn't we have the Trevino Coke at one time? No, there was actually cocaine that you sell, and then you
you kill prostitutes with the empty 2-liter bottle.
Yeah, Dong. It takes a really long time.
The game is just a lot of mashing B for 3 hours straight.
So that one was disappointing. I don't like iced tea that much. I think iced tea sucks. I'm not even a hot tea fan that much, but I do like Sprite a fair amount. And I think it's just because this one's so sweet. The fact that this isn't just a sugar bomb automatically tastes better to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's still got that weird, like, bad iced tea flavor, but it's better. Like, the Sprite brings the iced tea up a little bit for me. So I will say, like, the Sprite plus tea is not something I'd ever buy again. It's fine. In fact, when I was looking for it, I couldn't find the bottles, and I was almost about to just buy a 12-pack of cans. And I'm like, I really hope we like this stuff. I could see warming up to it. I could see if I had a bunch of them, I would eventually really like it. Probably won't ever get to that point, but I will say it's an Arnold Palmer. It's fine. It's apropos because that's kind of what it is anyway.
Yeah.
The orange cream Coke isn't horrible. It's just way too sickly sweet for me. I would say it is a John Daly.
Wow. Okay, that'll start us off. Chad, what do you think?
I don't know. Like, to me, I used to drink a lot of Coke. I've been off Coke now and all non-root beer sodas, other than what we try in the spot, for like a year and a half now. I gave them up. But when I used to drink Coke, what I liked about it was that sweetness, that like bite that comes from the carbonation. I've said this on the pod before, but like one of my favorite things I used to do when I was a piece of shit, like, I mean, I'm still a piece of shit. like 10 years ago.
I hope you changed other things too, and you didn't have to basing this on your Coke drinking.
That's the only thing that changed me from being a piece of shit, is I no longer have a Snickers and a Coke for breakfast, which I would love to do. I would eat the Snickers and then wash it down with a Coke first thing in the morning and feel it just burn my throat.
Mm-hmm.
But when you add in this kind of like, I think this is true also for like the other flavored Cokes that we've tried, like cherry, all these kind of like wild cherry, whatever the fuck, it you add that flavor and it takes away that like intense burn that is like the intensity that is what is appealing about regular Coke. So it is, to me, strictly worse than those, like, and by a lot, actually. This tastes so chemically to me, this orange cream. This is an easy John Daly for me. I think it's actually kind of gross. One of my friends tried the Sprite plus tea and they described it as it tasted like an armpit. I don't think that's so. I don't think that's true at all, though. I actually think it kind of delivers exactly what you expect. It tastes like you did 50% Sprite and 50% iced tea, mixed them together, and I think the flavor accuracy is right there. Is it better than a regular Sprite? Probably not. Is it better than an Arnold Palmer itself? Definitely not. But in a pinch, like, I could drink this. I actually think it's all right. I like that flavor combination. Sprite is one of the better sodas, I think. And I do like iced tea. So I will go ahead and give that one a Lee Trevino.
The Sprite, I'll start with the Sprite. I don't like iced tea that much. So it's that iced tea flavor is present enough to me to not think it's great, but it's also absent enough to not ruin it.
Right.
It's just, I wouldn't drink this as a soda because I agree with Chad. Like when I'm going to drink a carbonated beverage or a soda, I know it's not going to be good for me. So I'm going for like the over the top, like super sugary, like bite part of it. This
Right.
does not deliver on that. To me, I'm going to give this the Arnold Palmer, the middle, because I do think if you do like Arnold Palmer's, like this could be something interesting to try. And if you do like iced tea, could be a good version of it. I know that I think this orange cream one's fine because I'm still a piece of shit, right?
Prove it. Have a Snickers and Coke for breakfast tomorrow. Prove your shit credentials.
Chad's a little ahead of me in personal improvement.
Look, man, I'm the model you should be looking towards. Here.
The modern day Tony Robbins. Just all you gotta do is stop being a total piece of shit like me.
It's not the best Coke. I would not probably buy this over a regular Coke or a cherry Coke.
Yep.
This tastes like an orange Coke out of the Freestyle machine. Like if you ever get like they have flavors in there that they don't make bottles of. Right, there's like you push Coke, and then there's like 10 different ones, like a pineapple one, and all kinds of stuff like that.
Right.
But it's not terrible. It's just very over the top, sweet. It kind of goes along with some of these like Dream World and these other ones that we tried.
Right.
I don't know. Like I do smell and taste like the orange part of it. I don't agree with Geiger that it's vanilla.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
So I do think like just the smell of it makes me think I'm smelling like a dreamsicle. Like popsicle. So to me, I'm going to give it the same rating as the tea. I'm going to give it a Arnold Palmer, but the very clear winner today was the Sprite plus tea, and that's probably fair. I think it probably appeals to a much wider audience.
Which would you pick of these two if you could, you had to pick one?
I've been tasting them, and I've gone back to the Coke more often than not, but I also understand that's because I'm a piece of shit. Like I get that that it's not probably the better product. Okay.
I mean, this Sprite plus tea is not some like fine barrel aged wine, whatever. It's like it's just fucking chemicals shoved in. It sucks too. But
wait, are Sprite and Coke the same company?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's...
either way, Walgreens is making a fucking ton of money.
Okay. Either way, we're buying another yacht for Bobby Walgreens.
I do think there's something about the Sprite plus tea. Like, let's say there was two different get-togethers, and the Sprite plus tea one you could get away with at like a slightly nicer thing. Then the orange cream Coke seems like a kid's drink, kind of.
I'm going to put out Sprite plus tea at my wedding. Is that what you're like? What are you saying here?
There's two boat parties.
Okay.
Sprite plus tea is on the nicer boat.
Yeah.
Right. And the Coke is on like the canoe.
Well, we're not getting invited to either boat party, so I don't think we're going to have to worry about that.
You might. They found out that you've changed.
Yeah, he doesn't eat a Snickers for breakfast anymore. Get him on this yacht.
Pitbull's like, he's allowed in.
I'm standing on the shore with like a Snickers. Hurry, away from her.
Full blast! Get the fuck away from here! He's got a Snickers!
Full blast! Famous boat.
Top nauticals!
Chad amongst all these fancy people just turning and yelling, full blast!
Avast ski land lubbers! Batten the mizzen mast. It's a
I got a
sir.
lot of boat experience.
Yeah. I would have joined you guys on that boat, but my cat took a machete to my balls overnight, so I couldn't. I was in the hospital.
How much Mountain Dew do you still drink, would you say?
Not much. I make a concerted effort to keep it out of the house, or else I will just drain it like instantly. But
You'll go full blast on that thing.
I will go full blast.
You'll drain that main vein of Mountain Dew.
Like, my nephew bought me, I guess that like for Christmas, they were going through the store and then someone found a little Mountain Dew mini fridge and they're like, oh, Uncle Nick needs that. So they got me for it. And then they put like 20-ounce Mountain Dews in there, like several different flavors. And I drank them all within like 4 days. Like, I'm like, I gotta stop. I actually had a similar thing to what we did tonight. I went to this new wing place that opened up by us, and they sell soda, but then they have different drinks they make out of them. So like they'll take like a Coke and add like caramel and vanilla to it, like almost like coffee creamer, like syrup, and give it to you. So they had a Mountain Dew that they put chocolate and vanilla in, and I'm like, I have to. It sounds disgusting, but I have to try it. So I got it, and it was really fucking sweet. It wasn't as nasty as I thought it would be, because those flavors don't seem like they would go together at all.
Right.
The vanilla and chocolate probably are fine, just not the Mountain Dew.
But who mixes vanilla and chocolate? Gross.
It was not good, but it was not as wretched as I thought. It just ruined a good Mountain Dew. Anyway.
Well, for today, the
Good
Sprite
Mountain
versus
Dew.
Tea
You said that with a straight face.
the more recommended of these two. Geiger, where can listeners contact us?
If you've ever been shot by one of your pets, or if you've ever had to make up a story about getting shot by one of your pets to explain why you couldn't go to work that week.
Did your gerbil ever jump in the bed and trigger the nuclear codes? Did that ever happen?
If you've ever pwned your friends in Call of Lee Trevino, the World War II simulation in which the military action shooter in which Lee Trevino has taken over the world, and you have to take him out.
Lee Trevino's Fortnite.
Yeah. Yeah. If you've ever played Sonic the Trevino and you have to grab all the rings,
and use them to kill prostitutes.
And use them and then shoot the police. Yeah. If you've just done anything with Lee Trevino at all, if you've engaged in any of his multimedia empire, you can reach us at youtrydat@gmail.com. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. Ask a question with the mailbag. Suggest a snack we should try. Let us know what you think of our snack ratings. If you would like to tell your friends and family about the podcast, we'd like that too. And as always, thank you for listening.
Okay, so it wasn't the first incident. At the bottom of this article, it says there have been several other canine-related gun incidents. In 2023, a man was killed during a weekend hunting trip when his dog stepped on a rifle and discharged a gun. In 2017, a hunter was accidentally shot when a dog stepped on the trigger. And then it happened again in 2018 in New Mexico. The pup's paw got caught in the trigger. So,
Jesus Christ.
People pretending they're getting shot by their dog.
Leaving loaded guns laying on the floor.
It's either, people pretend that, or just proof that dogs are the best animals and trying to take out these fucking loser hunters. These fucking douchebags with guns and shit.
Are you sure it's not Dog the Bounty Hunter that's killing these guys?
Could be.
Could be. Because
if you were given a target and a gun, how successful could you be with this? Guy, you're the only one who's probably shot.
I mean, well, how far away is the target?
I've shot a gun. Yeah, so target point blank, or
it's like in a shooting range. You're in a bed, and the target is the man's thigh.
I mean,
you're jumping while you shoot. That is important.
You have to get on all fours. Now, I've mostly shot shotguns, which is kind of hard to miss. But which is why, it's not hard to miss. You could definitely miss the clays, but it's at a stationary target. It's pretty hard to miss it. So I really don't know. I'd like to think I'd be okay, but I probably wouldn't be. Like,
not saying it's hard to miss, but my dog's one of the top shooters there.
You might know my dog. His name is Airbud, American Sniper.
I fired a gun once as a kid when my dad had a gun and said, "You want to try firing this gun?"
All right, good job.
I fired it into a cornfield.
Some farmer was like, "Ow!" Like he was harvesting the corn, and now he's dead.
He just pointing the gun at the farmer. Tell him it was your dog.
My main memory of it is just how fucking bad my ears were ringing.
Yeah,
a very long time after.
I went to a shooting range one time, like a clay pigeon style shooting range with my brother David, just because I wanted to try it out. Just say yes to life. I'll try this. And I hated it. It was terrible, and I missed every single clay pigeon, and I didn't like it, but that was my experience.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then I shot a couple people in the thigh.
That part was more fun.
Yeah, that's the part I like.
Yeah,
The part I like is jumping into bed and shooting people in the thigh. That's the part I like. And then telling them I get to fuck their wife because I'm the owner of the restaurant. That's what I like.
That's a very unique predilection you have there. Yeah.
Hey, don't kink shame that.
This is what I like, okay? I like to go into a restaurant, claim I'm the owner, and demand to fuck people's wives. It's just what I like, all right?
I
love
paid
is
a
love.
hooker to pretend to be someone's wife so that I could cuck him in front of him at the restaurant I own, but I did not tell her that I'd like to take her back to the hotel room and kill a hooker and pretend I'm Lee Trevino.
Pretend I'm Lee Trevino.
Yeah. I put on golf gear and
Threw
I come
that
out.
in right at the end. Yes, I'm Lee Trevino. All right.
You guys ever pretend to be Curtis Golf? Owner of golf?
Yeah. He owns all of golf. Yeah, it's a very rich man.
Fuck all the golfers' wives on hole 17.
Terry Fighting, the guy who made Fighting Golf.
Terry Fighting. You guys ever pretend to be Jack Lee Trevino's Fighting Golf? You ever pretend to be that guy? The guy that programmed that game?
That guy knew from the minute he was born what he had to do. Like, I gotta convince Lee Trevino to get in this fucking game, or my life will have been a waste.
Okay. Well, that'll do it for this time. We'll be back next time. Try number 3.
Yep.
Back in the day, it was all about Nintendo Power. If you weren't reading Nintendo Power, then you may as well OD on Pixie Sticks, son, because your life wasn't worth living. Part of the allure of the magazine was its glimpses into strange and mysterious games you would probably never play. And boy, did they make these games look cool. Even stuff that you'd logically never have any interest in, Nintendo Power was able to imbue with this allure and leave you dying to play it. For example, Lee Trevino's Fighting Golf. Now, what the hell is Fighting Golf? And why was Lee Trevino engaging in it? Is it like street fighting? Was Lee Trevino going to throw a fireball at Jack Nicklaus? Or just bash a 9-iron over his head? It was a truly fascinating concept.